And a lot of you guys have been asking me for a while, what does the LCN's lawn look like now since he moved? Wait for it, wait for it. Here is the LCN's lawn. Hey, what's up lawn kids? Today's video is all about leaves in the lawn. But before we get into today's topic, which is about leaves on the lawn, I need to update you guys on something. Starting with that right there. You can see my lawn right here, how it's kind of got this dormant appearance. If you have this, you have nothing to worry about. It's just a case of winter dormancy, so if you ever see this in your lawn, don't worry about it. You don't have to do a winterizer or anything. Alright, so enough of me talking about that. Let's get to the topic. Leaves in the lawn is actually a positive and a negative. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get started. So here we got our grass plants. So before we get into this, let's kind of divide things up. This is October, November, and December. Okay, so for purposes of this video, we're going to start in the October time frame, right? Pretty much where you start to see leaves in your lawn. What happens over time is when you mulch these up with your lawnmower, this is a lawnmower right here, and I know it's horrible, and what happens is when you mulch these up, they go down into the lawn and they provide a little bit of extra nutrients. And one of the negatives about leaves is that over the months, like here's October, right? Like here's where you probably might see thin leaf layers. But let's fast forward a little bit to November. You're noticing a little bit more leaves. Like say you haven't been able to mow your lawn for a little bit, and these leaves will just sit there. Like if you're maintaining them, then they'll be fine. But if your leaves are not being maintained properly, then what happens is they'll start to pile up over the months. Over time, when you're not maintaining properly, that begins to be pressed down by foot traffic, right? A little bit of rain. The lawn's not really able to get any air or water out of this, so what happens is your root system gradually starts to die down and thin out as they start to become brittle and they lay over, causing the lawn to compact and possibly thin out and die. Treatments. How are we going to treat these leaves? What are we going to do about them? Well, there are actually a couple of choices you have here. One, you can use your lawnmower, you can use your leaf blower, or you can do it the old school way and rake them out. So we have a couple options here. Now let's take a look at how this works. So rake, all you're doing is just pretty much like, just raking them, like kind of the old school way, which if a rake is all you have and that's all you want to do, then a rake is acceptable, especially for a smaller area. Now, if you have a little bit of bigger area and you want to have a little bit of fun, then the leaf blower will work for that. But if you have if you're treating like 12,000 square foot area, then the lawnmower is the way to go. The question is, if I'm going to go down the mowing route, am I either going to bag the clippings or am I going to mulch them? So if you have like very thin layers of leaves, then yes, you pretty much can bag or mulch. But if you're dealing with something like this, then this is definitely where you have to bag. Don't even try mulching this, because we need to think about something too. Our homeowner lawnmowers aren't made to mulch leaves this heavy. They're made to mulch grass clippings. So if you definitely have something this big, it's not worth the try to mulch. Definitely go ahead and bag here and empty it somewhere in the backyard. So there you go, guys. There's pretty much the good, the bad, the ugly, all about leaves in the lawn. Oh yeah, quick note, guys. I actually do have a Facebook page that I really don't advertise very much. Feel free to like or comment over there too. And with that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.